Sunshine of Your Love, a really cool riff. Um, and I don't know if Eric Clapton came up with it or Jack Bruce of Cream and early in Clapton's career, but a brilliant riff. Jimi Hendrix loved it. He played it. He would play it in concerts, just an instrumental version, I believe, most of the time. But um, uh, wonderful riff, and it's so catchy, you know. And I remember hearing this when I was like probably 13. I was living in Austin, Texas. Only lived there 1 year. My father moved down there to work. He was with IBM, and I remember hearing it on the radio and thinking, that is some really good music. Just a wonderful song, you know. Just, you know, it's just had just such a feel to it, and it didn't seem like fluffy pop music, and it wasn't real crunchy, you know, hard rock music or anything, but it was just right, you know. So that was my impression, and I didn't even know anything about the group when I heard it on the radio for the first time, and later on, friends of mine, oh yeah, Cream, you know, you need to get that album, Disraeli Gears, and so anyway, the riff, you know, like I say, is so catchy that you could just pretty much get it by ear, but it's really best to understand the rhythm a little bit. So I want to talk about that. It's in a straight eighth note kind of rhythm. Like the intro is different than the verse of the song. It's just the basic. So when you count it, it's eighth notes: one and two and three and four and one and two and three, four. So you have four eighth notes, and then eighth rest, eighth note, eighth rest, eighth note, eighth rest, eighth note, eighth rest, eighth note, and then two quarter notes. You know, it's two and rest and four and rest and one. And, you know, I'm not counting it right, but one and two and three and four and one and two and three, four. And when you do that, those two quarter notes, you have a blue note that you're kind of bending slightly up, you know, kind of teasing it a little bit. And then when he gets into the verse, after you do that twice as an intro, one and two and three and four and one and two and three, four. Then he does major thirds, kind of parallel, like, and he does it kind of staccato. You know, he's detaching the notes. It's not like they're not ringing together like that. They're not connected. In other words, it's like, and then he does a flat third finger, so he's hitting 12th fret of both the third and fourth strings, and then a vibrato, you know. And the thing about the vibrato, that's the hardest part about the riff, to do that vibrato. And you want to get a nice wide singing vibrato. You know, when I was doing it, I probably fell short of that because you don't have much time. You got one quarter note to do a vibrato, so that's what makes it difficult. See, it's there and it's gone. And to get it to really sing takes some skill, you know, and Clapton had the skill, you know. So, and then when you change chords, it goes to the chord change. You could go down here, but I do it here, and I'm not sure about where Clapton did it, but I suspect maybe here. And I'm doing fingers 1 and 2 with these parallel major thirds, again detached, and then you go to the third finger on the fourth string. So it's again, and then you slide into that and then do that blue note. So you're not doing a vibrato there. And the second time I'll do it with second and third fingers. So that's a kind of a subtle difference. The first time, because you've already done it, and it's easy to go to first and second fingers, and then you're using third and first fingers, you might as well do it with third and second fingers the second time. See? And then back to and then you've got major chords. It's A major, 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and. Now that rhythm, that 1 and a 2, is a dotted 8th 16th rhythm. It's real easy to miscount that and count it sort of like a shuffle beat, sort of like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. But it's in 4 counts of 16ths, but you don't want to count every 16th like 1E and a 2E and a 3, that's too tedious. You want to count basically the 8th note, and it's like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. But you're not playing 1 and a 2 and a 3 you're leaving out the and, but you're counting it. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and it sort of has a bolero sound to it, and maybe kind of a nod to Beck's bolero of Jeff Beck, when he was in the Yardbirds. But and so in the first, after you finish the last riff up here, then it's 1 and a 2, 3, 4. I'm doing it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 on the A chord, and then you have a C chord for a half note, and then G chord for a half note. 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and. So for the strums, I would do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And when it's straight 8th notes, just down, 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 down. That's my choice, but I'm pretty sure Clapton probably did that. I'm not. But to get a nice, really loose, singing wide vibrato on just that one quarter note, that's the challenge. So enjoy this. This is a great riff. And, there's also the solo, which we'll do in a future lesson, but it's much more advanced than where we're at right now. And if you think of if I can play some of it, it's like, he starts out with the song Blue Moon, Blue Moon, you left me standing alone. So it's like sort of an off-key Blue Moon. Something like that. And then I'd have to review it a little bit. It's been a while, but I just wanted to, give you a hint of lessons to come. When we get more into lead guitar, he was a master in that period of Cream. Really, I mean, he's still a master. He can do anything, but during Cream, he really teased those bends. He did very elaborate, fluid kind of bending, and that's what was great about, those solos that he did. So hopefully you'll get a lot out of this lesson if you haven't done this riff. We're just doing the basic riff, I'm giving you a little hint of the solo, but let's not worry about doing that right now. But enjoy this, and if you enjoy, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and look for me on Instagram and Facebook. All right, so take care.